Connecting, guys. You don't have to be bored with me anymore. We're waiting on the bonfire. Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? You look so beautiful.
Thank you. So do you, girl. You know we got to get quarantine cute.
Yes. I'm over there wasting all of the makeup for Instagram Live.
Me too. I feel that, like, literally in my soul. I'm like, let me remember who I am real quick. Hold on, because this quarantine got me feeling crazy.
I know. Doesn't it get discouraging? Like, I be waking up like, damn, this is me.
Yeah. Listen, first of all, I used to get my lashes done. I used to obviously get my nails done. I had a huge reality check, girl. I was like, no.
Baby, the lashes, you can't even see them.
Look, that's why I'm like, you know what, all natural. It's okay, because you beautiful, girl. You just all natural up in here.
Thank you. And so are you. We working on it. We trying to get through it.
How
crazy is it that you have to do a press run like this? Like, how much of an awakening is that for you? Like, how do you feel about it?
It's definitely different. It's a little weird, obviously, but it's dope. I mean, I feel like you can still connect in the same way. It's definitely different, but I feel like it's I don't know, like it's just like back to back. It's crazy because it's like boom, 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 boom. Like my schedule is super filled, and I'm not mad at that. That's so, that's good for me, obviously, because I just dropped my album, but it's definitely intense.
Yeah.
And I know you feel me because I know the radio, y'all feel me too because y'all doing the same thing probably I'm doing.
Yeah. We're literally still going. So
it
kind of almost feels like we're doing more work just by doing it from home, but I'm grateful. So I ain't got no complaints.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could be business on top and then cozy on the bottom and nobody will know.
Facts. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing today. But, I was saying earlier that I actually saw you perform in New York at King's Theater in Brooklyn. And yeah, and I remember
I was on tour. Was it tour?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah.
Wale was also on. Who else was
on? No. Okay. You talking about Hot for the Holidays.
Hot for the Holidays. Yes, that's what it was. I'm tripping.
No, it's okay.
So you came out, and the way that you introduced yourself to the crowd was just so beautiful. You started off with your covers, and you really got people acclimated to your sound. And, I think that initially is what kind of drew me in. Because I remember saying with my homegirl, like, oh, who's this? Oh, she's good. Oh.
That's dope. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you get that reaction a lot when people are just getting to know you and your music?
I'm not sure. I guess like a lot of people maybe think that I look different than I actually look. I usually get that sometimes, but when they see me, I always get like an amazing response. I've never, thank God, like I haven't felt the bad crowd vibes yet. So I mean, and I hope I never feel that because that sucks, but it's always love, and I've been super grateful, and blessed for that. So it's been a great journey for me so far as an artist.
Yeah, it's so cool to just see you grow and do everything that you've been doing. Now, talk to me a little bit about the transition from performing, having a YouTube channel, doing everything on YouTube, to then, you breaking bread with L.A. Reid, Raphael Sadiq. Like, how does that happen? So many people are, trying to do the same thing and doing it the same way and can't even foresee that in their future. So how did it kind of happen for you?
So, like you said, for me, like, I'm from Chicopee. I'm from a little town in Massachusetts. And, I felt like I was doing what every young girl at the time was doing, making YouTube videos. I was just doing it for fun. I didn't have like my own music, so to say. I just was like doing covers, so it's always been like a part of me. Music has always been a part of who I am. So I say like how I got introduced to like the actual industry was I did a show in New York, in Harlem, New York.
Okay.
And, it was just like a little show, whatever, but it brought me to my management now. It brought me to my manager, Yancy, and Raphael Sadiq. My manager is super close with Raphael, so, you know, I did that show and it was like word of mouth. He wrote me on Twitter. Raphael wrote me on Twitter, and I was like, what? Like, this is not right.
Is this you?
Right? Yeah, I thought, I was like, hold up. You know, I was super like, what? But, you know, he wrote me and he was like, yo, you're crazy dope. I want to meet you. Let's meet. And honestly, it was literally the next day he flew me out to Atlanta. That was our first meet. And, you know, that's all she wrote from there. I moved to Atlanta. And I was in Atlanta for about 5 years, you know, working on my craft and really developing who I am as an artist, you know, and flying back and forth to Cali, really working close knit with Ray and, you know, just really developing. So it all started, you know, that's how it all started from that show. It just was like, I don't know, like, it just was like the best chain reaction. I don't know, like, if you would have told me that's what would have come from doing a show in Harlem, like a random show, I wasn't even opening. It was just like I wasn't even the main act. I was the opener. So it was just like, you never know what God has planned for you. You never know what their journey is going to be like. But if I was giving advice to somebody who was trying to pursue the same thing that I am, you know, in the industry, whatever you're doing, you just never lose that drive. You know, you got to keep that same grind and remember that the goals that you put your mind to when you speak into existence will always happen if you work towards it. You know, you got to tell yourself daily, you got to work towards it, you know? So that's how it happened.
Now, what about being patient? Because I know that it didn't happen like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think there was a year in between before you moved to Atlanta. So how would you say, like, for people to be patient and really kind of hone in on things and let them happen naturally?
Well, I just feel like, you know, you gotta have that patience, and you can't always want to jump towards, even if you feel like you're ready for something. Sometimes when you take a seat and you really think about what's best for you and what's best for your dreams and your goals and your career, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't, if you're trying to lose weight, right? You say you want to drop 50 pounds. You're not finna drop 50 pounds tomorrow. No. Right. You're going to take a cool maybe 3, 4 months, 5, maybe a year, depending on how you move, you know. It takes time to, you know, work towards your goals. It takes time to reach them. But like I always stress this, like, I've never lost my drive that I've always had since the beginning. I keep the same drive that I've always had when I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's about keeping you got to keep humble and keep patient, because like I said, anything that you speak to existence, that you put your mind towards, your action towards, it's going to come to you. It's just going to come in due time, you know. You can't get impatient and quit, because not everybody can be great. Everybody can be good, but not everybody can be great. So if you want to be a part of that select few, girl, you got to, you know, put that work in and be diligent in it. You can't give up, you know. Don't be a quitter, and just stay positive, you know.
Absolutely. Now, what about some of your musical influences? Because I hear the samples on the project.
Honestly, this question is always funny to me, because I'm inspired. Honestly, I still get inspired by music, you know, and people, singers. But growing up, I definitely have to say Erykah Badu. I'll say Lauryn Hill, Brandy, Mary J. Blige, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, even Destiny's Child, like Rihanna when she first came out. Well, Rihanna still inspires me. She's so phenomenal, such a goat. But you know, like, you know, those are a select few, I guess, that I've been. Even Gwen Stefani, I love her. I think she's a chameleon, you know. So, yeah, those are some. I just gave you like 30.
Right, and I'm sure there's a bunch more. Now, the project Love, Lust, and Let Down. First of all, where are you on the spectrum? You in love? You in lust? Or somebody that you get?
I am in love on the spectrum.
Oh, I love it.
And you know what? I started writing this album in a letdown stage. So, you know, you just never know. You never know where life is going to take you, you know? Especially once you let go of the bullshit. Once you let go of that bullshit, God got some Prince Charming waiting for your ass just to love you correctly, okay? That's it.
Hello. Now, how long were you working on this project? Because if you went from a letdown to in love, baby, tell me how long. Because for me, that takes 3 days.
I'm so dead. Yo, listen, I felt you so hard on that because I am a lover. Yo, I fall in love too quick. I wear my heart on my sleeve, okay? Look, talk to me nice and I'll be like, ooh.
Right, you love me?
Yeah, like, I get that. I'm super quick to love, so, damn. I mean, okay, so I would say it's been a year since I released new music. So I've been working on this honestly all year. Since the year I dropped my Ready to Love EP, I've been working on it since then. Like I went through a major toxic ass breakup during the beginning of, this recording Love, Lust, and Letdowns, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it took me a while. I didn't fall into a relationship right away. It took me some time because I was so scarred, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you know what? And I've honestly never took the time to really focus on myself, like really. And that during that time before, I got into a relationship, I really like had to pause and be like, yo, let me take time and let me focus on myself and let me not consume my mind with somebody else's feelings, you know what I mean? And somebody else's needs and somebody else's. So like I really took that time during that time, and of course I was so hurt. Like I said, it was toxic, but I took out my pain and my frustrations and just my feelings in my music. So it really helped me. Like it was really, music is so therapeutic, you know what I mean? And if I could help somebody the way, like my hope is that my music helps others, like it helped me get through that time,
Right. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. And you know what? Before I listened to the project, I felt like it was going to be something that really brought me into my feelings. But then off rip, we start off a little bit upbeat. We got Wale.
Oh yeah, because we can't just be crying, right? No, we need a little bit. I'm a fun girl, okay? I like to have fun. Yeah, my heart broken, but I'm gonna turn up. It's okay. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry for 2 days, but I'm gonna get my shit back together and remember who I am.
Right. And I love that so much about the project because I'm like, I love being in my feelings because I like to feel. But that's what I was expecting, and then when I heard the little bop, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Let's bring that back.
So it's like love, lust, and letdowns is like it represents relationships for me. Like it represents people who came, went, and are present. You know what I mean? So it's just basically a diary of my relationships and things that I've been through. But I just thought that title was so fitting because I know I'm not the only one who goes through those things. I know I'm not the only one who's been in love, lust, or let down before. And you ain't got to be in a relationship to feel those feelings. So it just, as a whole, it was like, yo, I know people are really going to rock with this, because of that reason.
Right.
So, and I had a lot to say. I really did. I had a lot to say on this album. So I had to fit it all in. You took us
through a journey. You definitely took us through a journey. Now, how did you get up with Wale for the first joint?
So, like you brought up, we met in New York at the Hot for the Holidays.
That you guys met?
Yeah, we met. That's where we met. That was the first time I met him. Yep. So, I had already recorded You Remind Me prior to that show. And we was looking for somebody to get on it, somebody to, give it that energy. And Wale always brings that energy. So my manager is actually close to his management. So we sent it out to him, and Wale hit me back right away and was like, yo, this shit is fire. And he did his verse super quick, sent it back, and I'm like, yo, we have to, like, I loved his verse so much.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't even care to, like, listen to anybody else's, you know what I mean? So he, like I said, he just brought that energy, and he's just such a phenomenal artist. So it was really dope that he collabed with me on this record.
Yeah, he definitely bodied. Now, do you have any favorites on the project? I like that you made it short so that everything could kind of be a favorite. You get what I mean?
Yes, girl. It's called the No Skip 6, boo boo. It's called the No Skip 6. You know, like, and exactly what you said is like this. I put it into 3 chapters for that reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard to digest a full length album. Like, I can't pay attention to all these songs. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot, you know? So if anybody's like me, I pick a cool 5, 6 songs. I rock out to them. I play them. Yes, I play them over and over and over, and I just replay them things, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, if I put out 3 chapters, it gives people time to really connect to what I'm saying. You know, it gives people time, my fans, time to really digest these songs and really rock with them and, you know, dissect them and feel them and just live with them. And it keeps that that hype, that momentum. You know, y'all gonna be waiting for chapter 2, chapter 3. You know what I mean? So it's just a different way to connect. And the last artist to do it that way was Maxwell, and that's been 10 years ago now. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's still able to drop whenever he wants.
Right. So he had the game plan way before. So I'm like, let me follow in his footsteps.
Facts. That is dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, New Furniture is my joint on there.
Yes, girl. Yes. And you know what? I made that song for my ladies. You know why? Because I know, obviously, I feel like it's a song for everyone because, like I said, everybody been through, you know, messed up relationships. But I really wanted to speak to my women. Like, and I was speaking from my experience. You know, that was the toxic relationship I was telling you about. Like, that song right there hit me so hard to my core because I didn't even want to have to answer questions about this person. I didn't want to talk about this person. I didn't want to have to, like, even just think about him ever again once I got him out of my life. And it's just like, you know, being in a relationship that you know isn't good for you, and you know deep down in your soul, like, you've seen every single red flag. Your mama's trying to get you out of it, your daddy, your manager. You just keep falling deeper and deeper down a hole that is just like hell. It's like the devil's hole. Like, and for me, it's like that was honestly the worst pain that I've ever felt. Like, ever in life, because I love so hard. Like, I love so hard, and it's hard for me to disconnect from somebody that I put. It's like pouring into somebody, pouring yourself into somebody, and they keep dumping out your juice. Like, they keep dumping the cup out, and you're trying so hard to just pour and fix and help this person and just make them realize how much you love them. But it's like they consistently stepping on you, making you feel small, stealing every single thing that, you know, brings you joy, and just like the dirt, like you're dirt, you're nothing. You know what I mean? And being in that, like, turmoil and that toxicness, I'll never go through that again, but I'll never allow, it taught me a lot because I'll never allow somebody else to make me feel less than. Like, we are queens. Women are queens. We give life, you know, we bring life. So we should be treated as such. We should be treated as queens. You know what I mean? And it's just when you get with somebody who doesn't understand that and tries to steal that from you and make you feel like nothing. You need a New Furniture represents open up some damn windows, taking that dirty ass rug out, that nasty ass couch that your dirty ass was sitting on, and your funk is on it. Okay, your toothbrush is fucking up my water. You need to get it out. And just really, like, look at myself in the mirror and remembering who the hell I am. Like, you are that chick queen. Like, you are a queen. Don't let nobody take that from you. You could do better, and there is somebody waiting for you. There's somebody waiting to love you so hard, just like you're loving this person who don't deserve you. Like, and it's just like, I wanted to really speak to those women who are in toxic relationship, who are in abusive relationships, you know. And it's just like, I know it's hard being in a mental space where, you know, something's not good for you, and you know you're very capable of getting out of it, but you're so stuck in a in a constant cycle.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like you know, and for my big-hearted women out there, like who think they can fix everybody, like me, like you can't fix him, sis. Like you really can't. He got to fix him, and he don't want to be fixed. And just you got to let it go. You got to let it go and get that new furniture, boo boo. Exactly. Let that toxic energy out. Okay.
Let it go.
Yeah. So
and you know what too? I feel like sometimes we get so wrapped up in the potential that we see other people have. Like you see them as a beautiful person and you see them as all these things that they could do, but it's not in them to do. It's just something that you feel that you see in them. You get what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, because you know why? You're blinded by the good traits. Like I get blinded by the goodness. Like I see the good in people, so I get it. I understand 100%. Like it's hard when you stay blinded by, you know, somebody's good traits, but yo, it's simple math, and I know that now because I'm out of it.
Right.
If somebody shows you their true colors, if somebody pulls off their mask and shows you that ugly, don't expect that's their real colors. That is who they are. I don't care if they put the mask on and be sweet, you know, Prince Charming. Underneath that mask, that is who they are, and that's who they will continue to be to them. And as long as you allow it, sis, you're gonna be in a fucked up relationship. Excuse me, but that is gonna mess you up. You know? So it's just like, nah, open up them windows, girl. Look yourself in the mirror, remember who you are. Because you're better than that, you know?
Yeah. And I'm so glad that, you know, you're articulating that in your music and giving somebody something to look forward to, because it's not easy. You're showing us all the different steps. I can't wait for chapter 2. And
yes. I'm excited. I'm excited for y'all to hear chapter 2. I'm excited for all chapters, but chapter 2 is especially special too.
Yeah, I'm excited. Now, I am going to ask you to please bless us with some. I can't sing.
Girl.
Girl, just a little bit.
You know what's funny?
Just a little bit, please.
You know what's funny is that all y'all asked me to sing. Like, all the ladies be like, can you sing something?
I heard what you can do in concert. Just 2 notes, baby. Okay. I'm begging.
I got you. Let's see. Okay, shout out Erica, because she my favorite. And she about to do that Saturdays. She about to go up on Saturday, okay? Y'all need to tune into the verses.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be crazy. Okay.
So this is one of my favorite songs. First time that I saw you, boy, it was a warm and sunny day. All I know that I wanted you. I really hoped you looked my way. But you smiled at me so warm and sweet. How can I speak? You make me feel like a little bitty girl. What do you do to me? Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? But how can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl? I guess I'll see you next lifetime. That sounds so divine.
Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Thank you. You made my day. Everybody needs to go out and get the project. Stream it. Since we in the house, stay in the house. Stream the project. Yes. Cannot wait for chapter 2. For chapter 3, please post it on your love life, okay?
I will. I definitely will.
Know where we at.
I definitely will. We connected now, girl. You in my DMs. We friends.
Yes. We in love right now. Let's keep it that way.
Period. That's it.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much, okay?
Thank you so much. I will. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.